Welcome to Faith in Focus. From the Book of Mysteries by Jonathan Cahn, the 10th of AV Redemption. He led me back to the ruins of the ancient house in which he had read aloud from the Book of Lamentations. We sat down, he reached into his pocket, pulled out a coin and gave it to me. It was dark and worn, with an image of what appeared to be 3 towers enclosed by an ornamental circle. "Did that come from this place?" I asked. "No," said the teacher, "far from this place. It's a coin from the Spanish Empire, coins that altered history and fulfilled an ancient mystery. It was here," he said, "that I told you of the 9th of Av, the day commemorated on the Jewish calendar for the bringing of calamity." He set the coin down on a stone. In the late 15th century, the rulers of Spain gave the Jewish people in their borders until August 2nd to flee the land or be killed. August 2nd was the 9th of Av, the day on which disaster has befallen the Jewish people through the ages. On that day, the Spanish harbours were filled with ships carrying Jews fleeing for their lives. But there was more to the story. 3 of the ships waiting to sail from the harbours of Spain had a different purpose. The year was 1492. Christopher Columbus? 2 momentous events of world history taking place in the same year, the same land, the same week, the same harbours, happening one day apart. Why? I asked. What would come from the journey of those 3 ships? The discovery of America? Yes, said the teacher. So in the midst of the calamity of 1492, when the Jewish people lost their greatest land of refuge, God was working through those same events for redemption. On the very day after the calamity, on the 10th of Avi, from the very same land and harbours, 3 other ships would set sail to discover the new world. America would become the greatest refuge the Jewish people would ever know outside of Israel. And so every child of God's kingdom has this promise. He will turn every sorrow into joy and work every calamity into redemption. And even in the midst of calamity, the seeds of redemption will already be there. A redemption that begins in the shadow of sorrow on the 10th of Av. The mission. Remember the 10th of Av times of your life, how God turned your sorrows into blessings, and know that for every 9th of Av in your life, God will always give you a 10th. Psalm 126. When the Lord turned again the captivity of Zion, we were like them that dream. Then was our mouth filled with laughter, and our tongue with singing. Then said they among the heathen, The Lord hath done great things for them. The Lord hath done great things for us, whereof we are glad. Turn again our captivity, O Lord, as the streams in the south. They that sow in tears shall reap in joy. He that goeth forth and weepeth, bearing precious seed, shall doubtless come again with rejoicing, bringing his sheaves with him. Jeremiah 31, 1-16. At the same time, saith the Lord, will I be the God of all the families of Israel, and they shall be my people. Thus saith the Lord, the people which were left of the sword found grace in the wilderness, even Israel, when I went to cause him to rest. The Lord hath appeared of old unto me, saying, Yea, I have loved thee with an everlasting love. Therefore with loving kindness have I drawn thee. Again I will build thee, and thou shalt be built, O Virgin of Israel. Thou shalt again be adorned with thy tabrets, and shalt go forth in the dances of them that make merry. Thou shalt yet plant vines upon the mountains of Samaria. The planters shall plant, and shall eat them as common things. For there shall be a day that the watchmen upon the Mount Ephraim shall cry, Arise ye, and let us go up to Zion unto the Lord our God. For thus saith the Lord, Sing with gladness for Jacob, and shout among the chief of the nations. Publish ye, praise ye, and say, O Lord, save thy people, the remnant of Israel. Behold, I will bring them from the north country, and gather them from the coasts of the earth, and with them the blind and the lame, the woman with child, and her that travaileth with child together. A great company shall return thither. They shall come with weeping, and with supplications will I lead them. I will cause them to walk by the rivers of waters in a straight way, wherein they shall not stumble. For I am a father to Israel, and Ephraim is my firstborn. 10. Hear the word of the Lord, O ye nations, and declare it in the isles afar off, and say, He that scattered Israel will gather him, and keep him, as a shepherd doth his flock. For the Lord hath redeemed Jacob, and ransomed him from the hand of him that was stronger than he. Therefore they shall come and sing in the height of Zion, and shall flow together to the goodness of the Lord, for wheat, and for wine, and for oil, and for the young of the flock and of the herd. And their soul shall be as a watered garden, and they shall not sorrow any more at all. Then shall the virgin rejoice in the dance, both young men and old together. For I will turn their mourning into joy, and will comfort them, and make them rejoice from their sorrow. And I will satiate the soul of the priests with fatness, and my people shall be satisfied with my goodness, saith the Lord. Thus saith the Lord, A voice was heard in Ramah, lamentation and bitter weeping. Rahel, weeping for her children, refused to be comforted for her children, because they were not. Thus saith the Lord, Refrain thy voice from weeping, and thine eyes from tears. For thy work shall be rewarded, saith the Lord, and they shall come again from the land of the enemy. Joel 2:25. And I will restore to you the years that the locust hath eaten, the cankerworm, and the caterpillar, and the palmerworm, my great army, which I sent among you. Revelation 7:16-17. They shall hunger no more, neither thirst any more, neither shall the sun light on them, nor any heat. For the Lamb which is in the midst of the throne shall feed them, and shall lead them unto living fountains of waters, and God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. The 9th of Av Mystery. Thank you for joining me on Faith in Focus. Remember, these insights are inspired by Jonathan Cahn's The Book of Mysteries. Until next time, may you find strength in the revelation of his love.